Y'all are really quiet. It's not,
I'll say that I'm new. This is Kayleen.
Okay.
I had never joined your meeting before, but I work at a career tech, and so I was just kind of jumping on to see what you offer. So I don't have any input on your agenda today. I'm just trying to learn to see what you offer. So.
Well, you know, each month is a little different. Another place you might want to consider joining and jumping in is our Computer Science Teachers Association of Oklahoma. That is a free organization, and we meet monthly, and it is a great place for you and others to have dialogue, to get to know other computer science teachers across the state, and to kind of get an idea of what's going on in different classes. Another thing is the FCC has just recently put aside a subsidy to help families to get a discount for both internet and laptops. So if you have families that are, you know, in need, you can even just go to the FCC website and make sure that that information is shared. You know, that might be just something that could be shared across your entire school community. Hopefully, many of your students already are able to access the internet and or have a school device, but I know that that's not always the case as we look across the state. Had any of you heard that we were one of 5 states selected to test pilot Code.org's APA curriculum? That's really excited. I don't know. I know they were looking for schools that would like to be a part of that.
So Karen, how would a school or a district go about signing up for that?
Well, you know what? I could forward information or make connections to anyone that would like to. You know, if you just email me, Karen, I'll put my email in the text box. I think that's really exciting. And the fact that Governor Stitt has signed on as part of that to really try to increase our computer science community in the state. So that's truly exciting as well. How's everything going? Are teachers doing okay? I'm sure that they're just counting down the number of days left, but you know, have you had any good successes with virtual computer science instruction or?
Well, I'm going to be honest, since Karen, this is the first month I've joined you, I've realized that it's kind of slipped through the cracks here in Mustang. You know, it's kind of been a point to somebody else to take care of it and realize it's fallen through. So I took it upon myself to take this on and see what we can do. We have one teacher going through bootstraps right now and absolutely loves it, and at one of our middle schools. So we have our other 2 middle schools joining in next year, hopefully, to do bootstraps. So then we can have a consortium of our 3 middle schools to do this together. So that's a baby step, but I hope to get more going. So that's why that pilot program really excited me.
Well, I'm really excited. So Robin just referenced Bootstrap, and if you're not familiar with Bootstrap, it's a series of curriculum. There's Bootstrap Algebra, Bootstrap Data Science, Bootstrap Physics. We work very, very closely with the Bootstrap community. In fact, we meet once a week, and we're excited that we are being able to offer an all-day training on April 24th from 9 to 3. And this will be focused on data science. So a little bit of like the computer science, the data science, the pulling it into a math classroom. Anyone can come. I'm going to put a link in the chat box. And what's really great is you do not have to have any prior coding experience. And Bootstrap has created free curriculum specifically aligned with our Oklahoma standards. So I'm very, very excited. And if anyone comes and says this data science training was really pretty interesting, we will be having a level 1 cohort. I believe we'll start that probably in August. So that's something that I'll be sharing out more on in newsletters and on the Facebook pages. So look out for that. But like I said, I put the link in if anyone just even has interest in the data science. These are led by amazing trainers. Emmanuel Schauner, I can't say his last name, it's really horrible. He writes the curriculum, and Annie Fetter, if you're a math person, she is one of the people that coined the notice and wonder phrasing. So pretty cool. Trying to think. OSDE is also offering some computer science courses. Those are free micro courses, and if teachers are going to be starting to teach that, it might be something good. Kind of planning it ahead for next year if you've got some new teachers coming in, or teachers that want to kind of add a little bit of integration within their other courses. That might be very good. The OSDE one is actually a computational thinking course, and I've taken it. It's really a good training course. Trying to think, some student opportunities. We have a Summer STEM Institute boot camp for high school students that, from what I've been hearing, is absolutely an amazing 6-week experience for students. So if you've got anyone who is interested, it's all virtual, but it is another fabulous opportunity for students.
Karen, do you know there's a cost to that? I went to the website and I couldn't find anything. I just didn't know if you knew at all.
I was under the assumption that it was covered. Yeah, I do not believe that there's a cost for that. If you find something other than that, let me know, because my goal is to try and not share anything that does have related costs, because we like to keep everything within a budget and find free stuff to share.
Yeah, and I didn't see a cost, but I also didn't see anywhere where it said this is covered or this is a free opportunity, and so I just wanted to see if you knew for sure one way or the other.
No. Again, I was thinking, because it was more research based, and I'm thinking it was, I can't even remember the universities, that George Washington University or something. It was really, I think that Yale was involved, so I'm thinking that it's grant covered. Any other questions or things that have just, you're stuck, you're not sure where to go or what to do?
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's nice to meet you. We've talked several times on the phone.
So yes.
First time I've seen you. So I was listening on my phone. I was driving and I was listening on my phone, and then I came in when I got home. But I heard you talking about the code.org that's we're piloting we're one of the states included, right, for an AP class?
Yes.
So what are the certifications that a teacher would have to be able to do that?
Well, our desire is for all of our teachers to be certified in computer science, which would mean they would need to pass the state computer science certification test. We also know that we do not have enough teachers that are certified and have passed that test. So our goal is to strive toward that, and some of the legislation that's being proposed, first of all schools will have to offer 4 AP courses soon, and we're thinking that like AP Principles would be a great course, even if it's taught through distance learning or from another school.
Are you talking about total? Are you talking about 4 AP classes total, or 4 computer science AP classes?
Or AP courses, but we were thinking that, not every school is going to be prepared to teach 4 AP courses. So maybe one that might be really good is to go through possibly an online school, or get cohorts of school to work together where one teacher is teaching AP computer science principles virtually to students in other districts. But, we're trying to find every way we can to get teachers certified to teach. But right now, like if a teacher wanted to take the training and possibly pilot the A course from code.org, it would be based upon any of the requirements that code.org would set for that currently. And if you were to email me, I can get you in touch with somebody who may be able to provide you with specific information regarding that.
Okay, so, all right, because I've got a really experienced teacher that doesn't have this certification. And I know going forward at some point, these teachers are going to have this certification.
Right.
I know when I first stepped into this job, I heard that it was going to be like 3 years out. And then you and I were talking before, and you indicated that you weren't really solid on a time frame. Is that?
We're waiting for, we don't have the funding currently to do the training yet. So we're hoping one of the budgets will appropriate the funding that will provide the necessary money to lead all those trainings.
Okay.
So, yes. So we're hoping. We'll see what comes out of this session. How was that handled? Did I do that good with the AP information, Robin? Because I'm trying to think. Robin used to be our AP director, and I was trying to make sure that, is it the 24-25 school year that everyone's going to have to offer the 4 AP courses?
Yeah. Yep. And they just have to be offered. Doesn't mean somebody has to enroll or take them, but 4 courses do have to be offered to your high school students, either in person, virtual, or through a career tech partnership. That's another way we can have those.
There we go. So, of course, I'm lobbying for AP Principles because it is one of the easier courses. It is the most popular AP course that schools are adding at the moment. And not only would that meet the AP requirement, but it would also help pull some more students into computer science courses.
It's also a great course for freshmen and sophomores. Most of our AP are geared to the uppers, but that principal, that CSP class really can be a gateway into AP programs. So it is a great course to offer and add into an AP program that doesn't, and it's not really expensive because there are multiple curriculum options. And so that's a really nice piece to it.
Oh, there is something else that I wanted to share with you all. We know that computer science and computer application curriculum is up for adoption through this next process. So we are going to have our state textbook committees review curriculum. Things are going to be done a little differently. We will be asking for volunteers of people to serve on these state textbook committees according to their content areas. And we are creating instructional material rubrics for each content area that will help better help the team better go through and review the materials. I believe that the rubrics will be shared so that everyone can look at them, so that you're able to not only see some of the narrative feedback from the curriculum committees, but you'll actually be able to see and hopefully have a good comparison across curriculum. And then, individual districts may want to use that, those instructional material rubrics also in their own review processes. So that's really exciting. So if you're a person who is very interested in getting your hands on a bunch of different curriculum or curricula for computer science, we'll have more information on that in the coming months as well. So, the only other thing that I really had for today was in my last Ed Tech meeting, I shared information on Hyperdocs. I'm trying to find something that I can share with each of you that you may find useful, not only for a computer science classroom, but for any classroom. And so I am going to go ahead and share just a little bit on what a Hyperdoc is. And I think, especially with some of the distance or virtual learning, this is a really good way to share curriculum and information with students. And I will share all of the templates that are in this slide deck. And I am just trying to get, there we go. And I'm going to share this. And there we go. Okay, I love Hyperdocs. I use them all the time. In fact, I have a frequently accessed document where I just link every document that I need quick access to right in a document. So basically a Hyper document is just a document with links to other information. And I'm not sure, like I said, if you've used them or not, but especially when you're using them with students, it provides students one place to go for everything. And all the links and resources and everything are right there. So it makes it even really easy to share through a learning management system. I know that you could go ahead and post a document here and a video here, but just to have everything shared within one document makes it sharing easier. And like I said, you could have images, hyperlinks, text, audio, video. And it really does allow for student self-directed learning. So I am just going to share this. I'm hoping that you'll be able to hear it. It's only about a minute and a half.
Welcome to the Hyperdocs poster
session. Can you hear that?
Sarah, Kelly, and I, the creators of Hyperdocs, have created this space to help define what Hyperdocs are, share how to find them, and introduce resources to help you create and deliver them for any age learner. Curious about what they are? Hyperdocs are digital lessons that you can create and customize for your students on any topic or subject. They promote inquiry-based learning and make learning interactive, collaborative, and student-centered. They allow students to create, explore, and learn using a variety of multimedia tools, all based on how you design them. But what makes these lessons more than a digital worksheet? It's all about the personal design choices, balancing effective use of tech with content and delivering it with strong pedagogy. It begins with the shift in the cycle of learning. Rather than explain, assign, assess cycle, it moves students towards inquiry learning by starting with exploration before explaining a concept and ending with application of new knowledge. So I learned this, now what? Often Hyperdocs are confused as a program or an app with one right way to do them. They are neither of these, but more like a HelloFresh of lesson design. They're not fast food ready to go, but meant to be crafted, designed, and elevated to fit the specific needs of your students. When you find one, our teachers give teachers community. Welcome to the Hyperdocs poster session.
Come on, there we go.
Sarah, Kelly, and I.
Okay, it gives you just a little bit of an overview of Hyperdocs, and I wish more teachers might have become familiar with them prior to the all the distance learning, because I really think that especially when you're working with students of all ages, I'm a very visual learner, and to me that is something that would draw my attention and be able to hook me as a learner. Here are just a couple of ones where you're able to add the actual pictures here. One on the right 3 things you've discovered, 2 interesting facts, 1 question you still have. So you are actively involving learners. It could be a playlist. So especially something like computer science, where your students, although they may collaborate with each other, many times you've got those self-driven learners that like to be able to kind of go at their own pace and work ahead, or refine as they go. So you could create it as a playlist. You can create Hyperdocs for self-paced learning. The traditional 5E model for engaging, exploring, explaining, extending, and evaluating lessons. There's even kind of like a version that they've taken the 5E model and created an actual Hyperdoc model where you still have some of the engage, explore, and explain, but then you're talking apply, share, reflect, and extend. And I just love how easy these are to use. So you will, in just a few seconds, have access to all of these templates, and you are welcome to share and explain, explore, apply template, the 5E template, another workshop model template. You can do these even within Google Slides instead of just a Google Doc. A game board template. I know a lot of teachers tend to use this, or learning coaches use this, maybe for some of the professional learning for the teachers as well. But what I really liked was, here's one on the design process. So most of your students, if they're at the high school level, have already gone through the design process, but maybe teaching that with some of the younger learners. But what I really liked was when you get back here, oh, this was one from my grad school class where each individual icon or picture is a link that takes you to something else. And I think that that's really important for our older learners, just as fascinating and intriguing. But I'm sorry about that. Here is what I really like is the fact that if you want to use a Hyperdoc, sometimes teachers have a difficult time understanding or thinking, I want to engage a student, but what can I use to engage a student? This template here is saying to hook or engage students, you might want to do a Padlet or an answer garden or mind gnome or meme. So they're actually giving you ideas of some of the tools that you can use at each stage within the Hyperdoc. For sharing, they can share by creating a QR code. Think about the fact that your students have created a process and maybe they want to share that process, so they could narrate a video explaining some of the program that they've written. This next one is just another one. This one actually doesn't have the hyperlinks to the different tools, but like I said, I'm always looking for different tools that teachers can use to help share content with students. And if you are at all interested, the link to this Hyperdoc, I'm going to share it in the bit.ly or in the chat box, is bit.ly, and then just today's date. If you are writing this yourself, all bit.lys are cap lock sensitive or text sensitive or cap lock sensitive. So the M in March and the CS would need to be capitalized. So hopefully I was able to give you a little bit of new information, but you know, just between some of the professional learning options and some of the options for students and the curriculum, I just want you to know I'm here and always willing to research, look, help, find, support. So, you know, I'm here if you have any other questions or anything you'd like to share. Oh, y'all are so quiet. Come on. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, because I know, I mean, first of all, it's a Monday. You're absolutely exhausted, I'm sure. but hopefully this wasn't a waste of your time. And as always, if you're not on the distribution list for my newsletter, please feel free to email me and make sure that goes out monthly and has not only content specific to computer science, but sometimes some other tips and tricks. And I think this month's also had some of the updates related to Google. So if you're a Google school, you really need to look and see what level of Google platform you will be using next year. They're making a lot of changes and hopefully they're good. Not as much will be free as has been in the past, but kind of expect that, I guess. After a while, they've got us hooked in, and now I'm a big Google user and I can't imagine transitioning away. So
if anything, the QR generator that came out today is super exciting. We use those a lot for our virtual students, or our students who have to go to virtual because of quarantine, may not have devices at home, and we are not a one-to-one district yet. So we use a lot of QR codes to pull up videos on phones. And so now this is just an easier step for our teachers to just create those QR codes right there. And I also love the Hyperdocs. We've been trying to do a form of that inside of Canvas, which is our LMS that we use 5 through 12. And it's been a little cumbersome because you have to do multiple steps. And so this may be the savior we've been looking for to try to be interactive so that they don't miss pieces or other things, because it's all in one place.
It's all in one place. That's what I love. They don't have to go back and look to see, did I post this? Or, you know, and if it's created in a Google Doc, then it's already, you know, you push it out, each student has their own copy, and that teacher can see exactly what's going on within the document as well, which is great. So, okay, well, thank you again for coming. Like I said, I am going to hang out here if anyone has any questions or anything specific, but thank you. Have a wonderful spring break next week. I will be very jealous, but you all have deserved it. And I just hope that you're able to take some time to rest, relax, and take care of you. So.
Karen, I just wanted to take a second. My name is Shelby Smith. I'm the STEM instructional facilitator for Edmond Public Schools. And
okay.
So this is my first time that I've been able to make one of these meetings. So I just wanted to introduce myself, and I don't know if you know Anissa, she was here before me, but last year I figured last year we implemented an elementary school computer science program. And so this is our second year of implementation, which has been difficult because of obvious reasons, pandemic. But I didn't know how, other than reaching out and asking you, are you aware of any other elementary school computer science programs?
Yes, that is a great question. And I can definitely give you a list and try and connect you. A couple of things is you just referenced the STEM world, and I would like to be able to help bring back the STEM consortium. So maybe that's also okay. So great. And obviously anyone involved in CS would probably want to be involved in that. That is one of the things I'm hoping to work on this week. But maybe just sending out an email to all of the elementary teachers just trying to build up a community there would be good as well. So I will definitely make sure that you are part of that. Wonderful.
And then I can just email you, and that way you have my contact information as well, and just ask that question again about what districts have elementary school programs, and that way we can communicate there.
Absolutely. Are you also on the the hashtag OKCompSci Facebook page?
I don't think so. So I can join that.
Between that and I'd reference CSTA OK earlier. That's also a free organization. We meet monthly. Our next meeting, unfortunately, is not until April. But again, that's just another great way to connect with other educators. And I really have several teachers that are working to try and integrate CS with other content areas. And I did a whole summer training on that this past summer, but you and I will definitely need to get together and talk about that too.
Yeah, that'd be great. Will you tell me the Facebook page one more time? Sorry.
It is #OKCompSci.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Of course, yes.
So that was all. I just wanted to say hello and introduce myself. I hadn't had the chance to meet you yet, so.
Wonderful.
It's all
Good.
the work you do, and it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Good. Okay, well, I will end the meeting. Thank you all for coming. And again, reach out to me if I can do anything to help you. Have a good afternoon. Bye.